This is a video on how students can get into Google Classroom Meets, which would be the video conferencing tool. Typically, your teacher will post these in the Google Classroom so that you can see when your meetings are. And this is where, when you go into your Google Classroom, I can see either through the stream or through classwork. So I've got a stream here, and Miss Hunley has a Google Meet March 23rd at 9:30 a.m. So what you would need to do as a student is simply click on the class video meeting, and this will open up a link for the Google Meet. The very first time that you go to do this, it's going to ask you to allow permissions for your camera and microphone, and you want to make sure that you allow permissions for your camera and microphone. Now, here's one of the things that you need to know is you actually haven't joined the meeting yet. This is like the lobby or the waiting room. And so right now my camera and microphone have started up, and you can see that I've got my camera and microphone going. And what I can do here is decide what do I want to do for my meeting. And I can choose a couple of things. I don't have to have my camera on, so I can turn my camera off. Maybe you're not wanting to be on camera in front of everybody, might still be in your PJs, but you can decide what you want to do there. So this is where I can turn my camera off before I join the meeting. If I join the meeting with my camera off, it will either use my Google profile picture or the initials of my account so that everybody will know that I'm there. The other thing that we want to do before we join the meeting is have our microphone turned off. And when you join a meeting with a muted microphone, what this will do is it's proper etiquette, because you might join the meeting late or not know who all's in there, and you don't want to join and just start talking. It's like interrupting a conversation. So good etiquette is that we turn our microphone off, but you know your microphone is working. If you see these three little dots down here, that'll let you know that your microphone is working. So I'm going to join the meeting with my camera on, and I'm going to have my microphone muted. Now, one of the things when your microphone is muted for the meeting is you can set up and would know when you're going to turn your microphone on and off. But you also want, if you are using your video camera, that you let people in your home know that you're on a video call and that you're video conferencing. It's not a good idea to just have your web camera on and everybody in the classroom, and maybe you have a younger sister or older brother that walks in and their hair's all messed up, and they walk behind you in the camera and everybody sees them and they don't know that they're on the camera call. So a good idea is let everybody in your house know, or go somewhere where you know that you're not going to be interrupted to be on the video conferencing. So for sake of this, am going to leave the microphone on so that with the recording, it'll record when I turn the microphone off, it turns off the microphone for my recording. But my microphone would be muted. All right. So now that I'm in the meeting, I can see we've got Miss Hunley here. And so my microphone is on. Hi, Miss Hunley. How are you today? So a couple of things. If I was conscientious about my appearance or anything like that, or I didn't want to be on screen, I could turn my camera off, and Miss Hunley will still know that I'm there, but I've got no camera. So what Miss Hunley would be doing is she'd be talking to us about her lesson and telling us what's going on. And on the top here, you can see everybody that's in the meeting, and you can also see there's a chat. And this is a great place to ask questions. And so here I might ask, well, Miss Hunley's talking about something, and she can see that everything is going on in there, and I can ask my question right here. Or your teacher might say, if you have a question, just go ahead and ask with your microphone turned on. And so if I want to close this chat bar, I can go back here, and I can always kind of see what's going on with the conference. Now, again, my microphone would be muted. Oh, and I see up here at the top, I got a response from my teacher. So I can click back here, opens up my chat. Oh, and she told us that our assignment is due tomorrow. And so this would be where we're at with this. Now, when you're really important, now my microphone is not muted because it would mute our video. But it's really important that if I was in the meeting, that my microphone's muted, because maybe I'm in the meeting and I'm sitting and Miss Hunley's giving us a great lesson on math, and then all of a sudden I cough real loud.
You can interrupt like that, right?
What's that?
Hi. Interrupting.
There you go. And I cough real loud. I go, ah! right? So what happens is my screen will go real big and everybody will know that it was me that coughed. So you always want to make sure that your microphone is muted unless you have something to share or say with the group so that you're not interrupting or getting anything going. Last thing that you can do is maybe Miss Hunley says, I'd like you to present your Google slideshow or show me the work that you did or something like that. So what I could do is if it's my turn, I would hit the present now button, and I can always get these by clicking anywhere in my screen, present now. And I have an option either present my entire screen or a tab on my computer. And so let's say I got a couple of tabs open and I want to present just a tab. So I'm going to click on a window and it has all of the windows that I have open. And so I could choose which window I wanted, or I could just click present my screen. And now what's going to happen is I'm going to share my screen so everybody in the meeting would see what I'm doing. So maybe I'm sharing my presentation. When I get done, I go back down here, click to go back to the video call, and I would hit the stop presenting, and then I've stopped presenting my screen. And that's Google Meets. Thank you, Ms. Hunley.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, to get out of the meeting, all you would need to do is hit leave the call, and that will end the meeting. If you left early, you could rejoin or go back to the home screen, and that's Google Meet for Students.